This is a weekly reading for Virgo. So first of all, a good shuffle. Please don't forget to like the video. It really helps to get it out there. And then I can do more and more of these types of readings for you. If you can relate to the reading, then please do leave a comment or share. There's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or if you want a personal reading. So let's just lay down your 10 cards and focus around your energies. Okay, there's a strong sense of you ruling with your mind rather than your heart around a situation. You know, there's a strong sense that you've drawn a line in the sand, you know, enough is enough. Okay, the way you were treated, there's a strong sense of, I see this snake here, it's very much this energy of this toxic energy which has been around you, someone who's been quite negative, okay, taking you for granted, taking advantage of your good nature. And I do sense so much has been revealed recently. It's like things reached a head, whole can of worms was opened, okay, which left you in no doubt that it's time just to move away from this situation. So rather than wearing your heart on your sleeve, it's kind of shifted to you ruling with your mind here, okay? Yeah, you've escaped, you know, at last. You know, you've been trapped in this situation for far, far too long. You know, it is coming across as being karmic in here with the number 8. You know, there's been a lot of pushing and pulling, blowing hot and cold. Promises were made and then broken here. You know, look at the card. It shows these swords in the ground which appear like the bars to a prison. Okay, you're tied up, you're blindfolded. But it's upside down, so that rope can just drop off. All the swords can just drop off. Blindfold can come off. And then you can see there's actually a way forward around this situation. So any obstacles which were in the way are there no longer, because you come to realize within yourself how this person or how this situation really is. It's a bit like Groundhog Day. You know, you've been going over the same old day, just day after day, week after week, month after month. But like Groundhog Day, you are learning within that same day, and it's got to a point like Groundhog Day where you manage to break free. You find the key to move into a new day, which is much better. Yeah, things have been on hold for quite a while here. You may well have experienced, nothing to worry about, but you may have experienced a flat tire. Okay, and that's just a sign from the universe just to slow down. You're going nowhere fast. Okay, you've been banging your head against a brick wall here. Like being in a computer game, you know, wanting to move to the next level, but you haven't picked up the gold coin or the key. So in your case, something needs to be resolved first of all, and then you can move forward. But really, it's just about yourself, and it's about what's being revealed to you, okay, which is going to help you to move forward from this situation. There's also something here, there could be some delays around travel or cancellations or around a house movement. Yeah, I mean, this just brings about more security for you. You know, I see this very, very healthy cycle here. So it's very much this energy of moving away from this vicious cycle, breaking free towards something much better. This card is all about security, stability, improvements around work, money situation, gaining certainty and even commitment here, okay? It's interesting, that dog is very calm, very tame, whereas before I kind of get like a sort of barking dog, which represents your own nagging thoughts, nagging words of those around, okay? But it's like you learn to deal with things differently. So whereas before you would kind of react to something or you try to ignore something, and it's just extremes which didn't work. So when you ignore something, it just comes back even stronger. If you react to things, then it just blows things up. It's very much just kind of acknowledging it, facing up to it, and then doors will open for you. So it's kind of middle way in a sense. yeah, you want things to come together, okay? Because the way it's been is a bit like two ships in the ocean, trying to come together, but the sea is so choppy, it can't, it's impossible, okay? It's the same with you. It's like your emotions, so your thoughts have, you've had wild thoughts, you felt very frustrated, your mind has been racing, it's been setting off your emotions. And of course, it stops you from achieving anything, so you kind of just give up. But the feeling here is of this change of energy. I can see that the sea is going to calm down, the ships can come together. So when your mind settles, your emotions settle, you go towards what you want, and spiritually what you want also starts coming towards you as well. So rather than being like a sort of V shape where things are going against you, it's like a upside down V where there's this coming together here. A meeting of two minds, I feel, as well. You have been working on yourself a lot. It's not always easy, but it's the same for everybody. There's always going to be setbacks, and it's not so much the setbacks in themselves, it's more about the way which you deal with them, okay? And you don't always have to deal with things straight away. You may muck things up initially, but if you keep going back, eventually you're going to find a way to actually resolve these setbacks, okay? In fact, setbacks can be quite good. I mean, often they're nuggets of gold. It kind of makes you think, this has happened. You start thinking about it, and you start to think about ways of adapting things or improving things. So it's like a springboard, or like an elastic band. You pull it back, let go, and then it projects itself forward. So the advice here is, well, I see a vision of someone on crutches. You're walking next to them in rags. So it's like a situation which has been holding you back. And then I see you putting on your glad rags, moving away from a situation or a person. Those crutches get thrown up in the air, and then they start coming towards you. And then you put yourself in a position where you can choose. I think what it's saying is that if you walk away from something, you get the best possible deal here. And in fact, in letting go and walking away, what's yours always starts coming towards you. Could well have been something here around a love triangle situation. Someone who's been doing a lot of interfering, sticking their oar in where it's not wanted. A thorn in your side. And it's kind of sort of just moving away from that energy. Enough is enough here. I do see a lot of angels around you, so I do sense they are helping you at this moment. They're kind of sort of carrying you through something, okay? But you need to find your own solution within yourself, okay? It's like a sort of rest period which you're going through, but ultimately looking forward, you are going to gain more security here. Yeah, things are they've been a bit out of balance, okay? It's like your heart has been feeling one thing, your mind wanting something else. But your heart has come to realise that it's time to let go, which is very evident from the King of Swords coming in, which is very much about your mind being in control. But it still takes on board what your heart has to say. It's not like it just ignores your heart, because then it will just build up this inner resentment. But because your heart has realised it's time to change things or to move away from something, then it works in sync with your mind as well. So even though the mind is in control, it's in touch with your feelings, okay, which then kind of sort of drives you forward. Very positive card for the outcome. It's very much about abundance. It's about growth here for you, okay? So very much relates to the Ten of Pentacles here, which is improvements around money, work situation, personal growth, development, and you putting yourself first, okay? There's some grey figures behind you, so rather than letting a situation control you, it's more about you controlling the situation. Don't forget to like, to share, to comment. There's also links if you'd like to buy me a coffee or for a personal reading. Thank you.